Hello, my name is Betsy Diamond-Cohen. I'm a children's librarian with a doctorate in communications design. I'm also the creator of Mother Goose on the Loose, an early literacy program that's being used in public libraries throughout the United States and abroad. I'm here today to give you some tips about using Zoom with your grandchildren, and we're talking about children from birth up to about age 5.
Singing to your grandchildren is very important.
From the very beginning, the best thing you can do is to sing with your grandchildren. It can be over the phone or on Zoom. If your children are holding your grandchild, ask them to hold them so they can hear the heartbeat and to rock very gently back and forth while you're singing. Any song at all can be a lullaby as long as it's sung slowly and softly. Even a song like Old MacDonald Had a Farm can be a lullaby. Old MacDonald had a farm. But it's best to sing a song that you know and you like. So for instance, a song your grandparents sang to you. You might want to sing a song in Yiddish, in Hebrew, in any language, but sing it lovingly to your grandchild. Now, if you sing it on a regular basis, your grandchild will become familiar with it, and the rocking, the soft tones of your voice will become a calming influence. Not only will it help to calm your grandchild, but you can tell your children that if the child is having a difficult time settling down, they're welcome to call you and you'll sing them a lullaby. That way, you're not only helping improve the child's quality of life, but you're also being able to help your own children, even though they're living far away.
Puppets are almost always a big hit with young children, and they're a lot of fun for adults to play with as well.
Kids of any age love puppets, and furry, friendly-looking puppets are the best. You don't need to use puppet voices. They can just wave and nod their heads. And another way to capture attention is just to bring the puppets close to the camera and then back out again. You'd be amazed how even the littlest babies pay attention when there's a puppet coming to say hello. And you can do the same thing with your own face. If you move your face closer to the camera, it's another way for the kids to pay attention. If you want to use puppet voices, you can have your puppet say, hello, shalom, mwah, mwah, mwah. And you can have any kind of conversation you want with the puppet. You can play peekaboo, have the puppet appear from all kinds of places. And that also is really fun for the child.
Percussion instruments are simple to make on your own, and they're easy to use with young children.
Shakers are great for little kids because they can put their hands around it. And when they shake it, it makes noise. That's already teaching them about cause and effect. You don't need to buy a shaker like this one. You can make your own. Here I have an empty water bottle, and I put some beads in it, colorful beads, and then I glued the top on with some hot glue. When I shake this, it makes a really loud noise. That might be great for a 5-year-old, but probably not for a younger child. And maybe your children won't like it at all. So you can also take something like this, a container, and put lentils in it, dried lentils or dried rice, and that makes a much softer sound.
Here's a list of great songs to share with your grandchildren that mention words of love or support. Love Me Do by the Beatles and I Wanna Hold Your Hand by the Beatles. Love by Nat King Cole. How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You by James Taylor. You Are the Sunshine of My Life by Stevie Wonder. Can't Help Falling in Love with You by Elvis Presley. You Are So Beautiful by Joe Cocker. Ain't No Mountain High Enough by Marvin Gaye. You Light Up My Life by Debbie Boone. I Got You Babe by Sonny and Cher. I Think I Love You by the Partridge Family. And Sugar Pie Honey Bunch by Marvin Gaye. There are all kinds of songs that express affection in a musical way.
You can even use a salt shaker to shake.
In addition to singing to and with your grandchildren, you can also share books together.
A great book to read aloud with your grandchild is called Tea with Zadie. It's a book about a child and her grandfather having tea together every single day at the same time and the lovely conversations they have together. It's only at the end of the book that you find out that the conversations are over Zoom. For older children, there's a book by B.J. Novick called The Book with No Pictures. It's a great book for reading out loud.
I have a few additional tips for you about timing and about accepting children for being children.
It's great to have a scheduled time to call. Some grandparents have arranged to call every single morning at breakfast, so their grandchild always hears their voice one of the first things in the morning. If the grandchild is already going to daycare or preschool, it might be hectic in the mornings and your children may not appreciate a phone call, so you have to figure that out with them. Some grandparents like to call on Saturday night during Havdalah, right before Havdalah, and that way they can share that special time with their grandchildren. And the grandchildren know that that's when they'll be talking with Saba and Savta, Bubby and Zadie, Nana and Pop Pop, Grandma and Grandpa, whatever you want to call yourselves, but they know that that's something that they can expect and look forward to. If your grandchild starts to get bored or isn't paying attention, then let the conversation end. Children are children and they're not always interested. The best thing you can do is just keep your cool and realize that it has nothing to do with you. Sometimes children just have off days. Sometimes they don't have any attention span, and it's absolutely fine. Don't let it discourage you. Just say, bye, great to see you, I love you. And then remember to call back again the next day or the next week, whatever you have arranged. These are just a few of the activities that you can do with your grandchildren, but I hope it's given you a taste of what's possible. They really love spending time with you. The relationship between a grandparent and their grandchild is so unique and wonderful that even when you're far away, you can use Zoom and any kind of video chat to nurture that relationship, and I encourage you to do so.
Thanks so much for joining me, and have fun using Zoom with your grandchildren.